Alright, hi, Cam Freitas. I just listened to all of Andrew WK's new album. It sounds pretty good. I loved it. Super cool. I love the song We Made It. The song We Made It is so sick. And Not Anymore is a song that was a recreation of the song Sold My Soul. Sold My Soul went, I sold my soul. Da-na-na-na-na-na. And it had an awesome ending. And then he recreated it as Not Anymore. And it works better as Not Anymore. It does work better that way. Because Selling Your Soul is like, okay, whatever. And Not Anymore is getting to a point. You know what I mean? So I think that's better writing, a better way of communicating the message of celebration, which is what Andrew WK wants to do. But there's like 2 or 3 songs on the album, I think 2, and they're both really long, and I think they're about his breakup that he had with his wife, and now he's with a new girl, and that sort of flipped everyone on their heads a little bit for a second, who knew of Andrew WK, because for years his wife went on tour with him. After his second album, he met his girlfriend, or his previous wife, and then after that he was with his wife for like all of his major hard times in his life between his second album and his fourth record, because his third and fourth album, actually his third and fourth, I think, were weird. I'm not sure. It was something to do with Close Calls Against Brick Walls and Mother of Mankind. Those 2 albums were when he was fighting with legal battles and stuff like that. And during all that time, he was with his previous wife. And I think that may have had some kind of maybe had something to do with that. You know, with the fact that he had to go through all of that. And he was also with his ex-wife at the time, with his then wife at the time. And now, things are going better for himself, and then all of a sudden when things start going better, he decides, hey, I have to leave my wife. It's kind of odd, because his last record, Dynamite, this record, really good, but it's talking about how he had to leave his wife. And also, at the time of when he was still with his wife, was when he did his last record, and it was him talking about you're not alone, and getting over the feelings of being hurt, or how he basically Andrew WK he knows that people are constantly going through hard times because he feels like he's cursed with having to always go through being in a hard state of mind, because he says he's a very angry person, even though he's always celebrating in a happy mood, you know, when he's on stage and whatever. When he's not though, he says he struggles a lot, you know, and that's why he has to listen to the music. And in that way, it's kind of like, oh man, I wish that Andrew wouldn't be suffering or being that upset, you know what I mean? Because he says how he wishes that he could change the lead inside of him into gold, you know, and I think that's kind of interesting because he has a lot of alchemical references in his lyrics, like So Below and As Above, and one of his new songs in Babylon, he says, spilling the elixir of life, Babylon. So he's talking about hermeticism, that's what it is, hermeticism, and alchemy and stuff. So he must be into Hermes Trismegistus. But yes, it was a good album. Very good. I enjoyed it a lot. It rocked for the most part. And then he had those 2 songs that were just about how we came together and then we blew apart. Literally, that was like what one of the songs was about. We came together and blew apart. But it was a long, drawn out song. It was like 5 minutes long or something. And then the one previous to that was My Tower. And he's like, I'll never see you again. I'll never see you again. He just kept saying it over and over again. He was obviously going through the breakup, and he couldn't help but write about what was going on in his heart, because you're always doing what's in your heart because you can't get away from your heart. That's what music is. That's what life is. We can't ignore the things that we feel in our hearts. We have to live it out. Whatever we're going through is real. It's not like it's pretend. And that's why he has 2 breakup songs in his album. And besides those 2 songs, though, every other song was a banger. I just didn't like the breakup songs. Anyways, yeah, that's my review. Hell yeah. Andrew WK, God is Partying.